Yes, y'all, it is I, High Tech, and I love Street Fighter 6. As a matter of fact, we like Street Fighter 6. I like this game so much, it is easily one of my most favorite fighting games within the past 10 years for sure. So with that, I want to show you guys how to play one of my favorite characters, the character that I am currently climbing up and ranked with right now, and that is going to be Mr. Michael Bison. So this is my first dive into instructional Street Fighter content, right? I usually do gameplay and stuff like that, but like I said, I'm really feeling the passion and the love for this game. So I just want to do a little something, right? I'm gonna give back. So this is the Street Fighter 6 Blitz Bison in 5 minutes. So before we get started, as a precursor here, okay, it is assumed that you do have a basic foundational knowledge of fighting games, just the nature of the game. You're gonna take a lot of L's, right? I'm not gonna show you how to become Evo champ in 5 minutes. That's not what this video is about. I'm simply giving you the introductory, the beginner's lesson on just how to get a grasp of this character. In particular, it's going to be Bison. So you should be familiar with basic stuff like, terms supers, plus on block, you're not safe, spacing, neutral, footsies, just like general terms like that, okay? I'm going to assume you know that stuff. If you don't know what any of that stuff means, then this video is not going to show you that, okay? We're going to just, like I said, we're going to dive right into just mechanics. I am a Diamond 2 player with Bison, okay? Before that, I was playing Akuma. Was kind of the higher end Platinum with Akuma. But Bison just seems to really click with me, and I only have maybe about, 10, 15 hours with Bison. The rest of my time has been spent with Akuma, okay? And also, I realize there are plenty of very highly qualified individuals to show you this stuff. Diaphone, yes. Blaz, yes. Mena RD, absolutely. However, when you're learning a new language, you're not going to jump straight into Spanish 3 class, advanced Spanish linguistics, right? You got to do the intro to Spanish. You got to do Spanish 1. This is essentially what this is, okay? We're not getting onto the advanced stuff. I can cover that stuff later, all right? We're just going to go over the really simple things, the things that make the character and how to approach the character, okay? Let's jump into it. All right, so before we get started, just one more thing. All right, so before we get started, just one last thing. This is covering Bison in 5 minutes. This is not how to be good with Bison in 5 minutes, okay? What we're going to do is I'm going to go over the special moves, we're going to go over the normal moves, we're going to go over the super moves, and then his general game plan and how to approach a fight. Okay, so just let you know. All right, let's get started with the special moves first. Of course, every special move has a light, medium, and a heavy version of it, okay? And so with Bison, we have his scissors, the double knee press move, which covers a lot of good ground there. That's the heavy one. Light one is pretty short. Medium right there. Okay, he has the charge move, which is the cycle crusher, and I think this goes just about full screen. That was the light version right there. That's the medium version, almost full screen, and then the heavy version just hitting on the edge right there. He has his classic head press right here, which you can follow up with a punch after that. And new to this game, he has this backhand combo, the back fist. It plants a Psycho Mine. We're going to go over that in just a little bit. After a while, boom. So to start, Cycle Crusher up close is not safe. Boom. He's going to get you. So if he wants to do something like that, bang, he's going to blow you up. So that is not safe. Don't do that. Same with the backhand combo. You're going to get blown up for that, okay? Even if you do light version, boom, you're getting blown up. Not safe. Don't do it. Leg press is okay. You can do leg press. That's medium. This is light. Even the heavy one. You're still okay. You're okay as long as they don't counter with like a jab or something like that. There you go. That is a punish counter. So, but if they want to wake up or do something, they want to reverse with like a special move, you're okay for the most part. Head stomp. Head stomp. Because you have a follow up and you can control yourself afterwards, where Bison goes left, right, blah blah blah. What happens afterwards is kind of ambiguous, so you're just gonna have to feel that one out and use this accordingly. However, if you want to do because there is a gap after the head press and you can control yourself, you can either choose to follow up or not follow up, and that leads to scrambles. You can lead to cross-ups. They can also like reverse if they want. So the situation is just gonna vary depending on what they do as a reaction. From the jump, you can also do the punch, which is safe. This punch is safe. The EX versions of these moves, the OD versions, scissors is not safe at all. Boom, getting blown up. This was already not safe, so it's definitely not safe. Bang. Cycle Crusher is actually not safe, but the space that it creates afterwards makes you sort of safe, even with the jab. Now, the jump is different because there is the OD stomp, and then there's the OD punch. So OD stomp is this, and this is safe, okay? You saw that? This is safe. OD punch is also safe. If you land OD stomp, you get the hard knockdown animation just like that. If you land OD punch, it hits twice. Now here's the cool part about Bison. There's the part I really like. Once you plant the bomb with the back fist special move, once you do special moves, they have different properties if there's a bomb planted on them. So for example, if you do Cycle Crush, it's going to detonate in the middle of your Cycle Crush, which is going to give you an opportunity for a follow-up like this. Boom. Follow up with a super. Bang. Just like that. If you do the back fist move again when there's a bomb on them, you get a little follow-up opportunity right there. Some special moves, as you saw with the light scissors. You can also do Cycle Crush. And Devil's Reverse does this. Boom, boom, detonate. If you do OD back fist, you get a really big launch like this. Follow up again, and there you go. So bombs, always try to plant bombs. Confirm it to a bomb, okay? All right, supers. He's got level 1 super, which is like the double knee press nightmare. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, covers a little bit of ground here. If you whiff this though, dude, you are gonna get blown up. You're getting barbecued. Do not whiff this. Make sure you confirm into this thing right here. So his level 2 is really interesting because it is a jumping super. So if you want to do that, it is anti-zone. Just like that, he jumps over, lands, and then you get the super. Okay? And then his level 3 is the Psycho Drill. This thing is awesome. It does go through projectiles just like his normal Cycle Crusher. Okay? So if you feel like they're gonna, you know, do like a projectile, like in this close range right here, you can still do that, and you'll get the confirm. All right, let's just go over the normal moves in a nutshell, okay? Here are the moves you're gonna use the most with Bison. You're gonna use standing medium kick. Look at the range on this thing. Look at the range on that. This is probably like one of the better normal games, or the normal moves in this whole game. His crouching medium doesn't go as far, but the medium does. So just this is gonna be your keep out, your poking tool, keeping him honest, okay? His standing heavy punch is also really good. It does some advancing forward movement. You can kind of play with it and gauge where it's at, but this is really great. You can also score some punish counters with this if they want to push a button. The punches don't have nearly as much range as the kicks, but like I said, because you can cancel from them, that's what makes them really good. And they're still not too bad either. The crouching medium punch is 6 frame startup. Standing medium punch is 8 frame startup. Not too bad. His standing jab is really good. Actually goes pretty far. And it's a 5 frame jab, so not too bad. I'll say all of Bison's crouching light buttons are pretty good. Punch, kick, punch, it is a combo, so that is nice. Now here are his unique moves. He does have an overhead, which is forward heavy punch. This is really freaking good. It goes far, really far, farther than it looks, man, for an overhead. So this is really nice. He also has down forward heavy kick, which is the sliding sweep. This thing is super negative, okay? Only try to throw this out if you really feel like you can just, you know, trick them with your movement and then bang, just come in, right? So the only good thing about it is that it closes the gap, which is cool, but if they block it, then you're gonna get barbecued for that, so just keep that in mind. He has 2 target combos, standing medium punch into overhead, boom. This is really good, and then standing medium punch into the low, which is gonna be down heavy, down heavy, down heavy. And his last unique move is back heavy kick. This move is effing great. You're plus on this move, and it still keeps you in range to do whatever the heck you want, right? This is a really good move right here. Jumping medium punch, it gets sexy though. Ooh, look at that. Target combo, follow up. Here you go, special move action. Boom, boom. Look at that, level 1. Boom, boom. Into a bomb. Do whatever you want, my friend. You could even do the overhead. He also does have anti-air with crouching heavy punch, and it's not too bad. It does a pretty good job. I can consistently land this here. Alright, so what is the game plan with Michael Bison? Master Bison, okay? So this is going to be like the general range you want to play Bison at, because you can reach with this. You can reach with that right there. Of course, you have a sweep if you feel like they're not going to block their feet. You know what I mean? You got overheads from this range. You can do lots of cool stuff, okay? Good stuff to keep them, you know, on the edge right there, okay? And then if they don't like that, they're going to want to start zoning. You can just jump over, do that. And like I said, it is safe if they block the punch. So if they block the punch, then you're in. You're in. Boom. Start mixing it up, you know, landing your combos, all that stuff. Some bombs right here. Now the pressure's yours, right? If they still decide they want to, you know, they want to play here, they want to do all this, then you're just pretty much going to look for the confirm. That's going to, there you go, boom. It's going to let you get in. And then again, here you go. Pressure starting. So this is the name of the game right here. This is where you're going to want to be, okay? And then, like I said, you do have options if they're playing the long game. You got the jumps with this. You also have the Cycle Crusher that you can throw out there. So you're really playing off of the standing medium kick, the overhead mix, and then every now and then, you know, you can throw a low in there. You know, once you start getting them thinking about up here, then you start bang, boom, boom, hit them with that low. Then you got the bomb, right? And then once they have the bomb planted on them, you can start mounting some pressure. However, say you plant a bomb on them and then they hit you, the bomb is gone, okay? So just know that if you're trying to pressure after you have the bomb, you can't let them hit you, otherwise the bomb is going to disappear. So keep that in mind, okay? And that is how you Bison Blitz in 5 minutes. So guys, I hope you learned something. I hope I did a good job. I hope I did a decent job. I hope I, you know, covered most of the basics. I try to get mostly everything that I could think of, at least for like the intro, you know, the beginner kind of phase of Bison, just to, you know, help you understand, get a better grasp of what Bison's good at and just kind of like what he does best, okay? So please, this is my first time, like I said, doing instructional Street Fighter content. Please give me a like for my efforts. Let me know how I did. All feedback is welcome, okay? I appreciate you guys for watching. I hope to see you guys out there playing some more Bison, right? Hitting them old men with the horns, okay? If you know, you know. See you guys later.